When I was young, I used to love writing stories. You know, every day at school, I would get a book, like a notebook or something, and write a story, because I just love doing it so much. Those stories, the thing about them is that they weren't very good, right? And one of my first stories was a story about Pokemon. You know, back in the day, I was a Pokemon fan, I still am. You know, I consume Game Freak's yearly slop, and I enjoy it. But anyways, yeah, so I made a Pokemon story as one of my first stories. I was one before this, but I'll talk about it for the later video. But I thought that in order to celebrate getting 500 subscribers, I would read this story and embarrass myself to people on the internet. That, what better way is there to celebrate 500 subscribers? No, really, is there a better way? Okay, I'm gonna read the story. There'll be pictures on screen, so you try to follow along with a horrible handwriting. Alright, let's go. Chapter 6, End of the World. There was chapters before this, but, yeah, they weren't in this book, and I lost them. So, we're just gonna pretend this is the first one. Alright. Pikachu, Gengar, and Charizard were happy. Just then, everything disappeared. Pika? Said Pikachu. Then the 3 legendary Pokemon appeared. The 3 legendary Pokemon were Lunala, Mew, and Ancient Mew. Mew, 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 Mew! And Lunala, Mew and Ancient Mew. What? Pika? Said Pikachu. Lunala, Mew, and Ancient Mew said in Pokemon on talk. It's almost the end of the world. Pika! Said Pikachu. And there was a huge fire. Pikachu thought of something. Lunala, Mew, and Ancient Mew were right. Pikachu could not believe it. Lunala, Ancient Mew, and Mew would be attacking them by now. Then Pikachu said, Pika, Pika, Pika! Then Gengar and Charizard mega evolved. He was going as Pikachu planned. Then the ground broke. Pika! Said Pikachu. Pew! Said Lunala. Pikachu jumped, and so did Gengar and Charizard. They all reached the other side. Pika! Said Pikachu. Everyone thought to run, so they all ran. We have to go to the secret base now, thought Pikachu. Oh, there's a secret base. Okay, things are getting crazy. Pikachu led the way to the secret base. Then, they finally made it to the secret base. Pikachu took out his computer. Before Pikachu could type anything in the computer, it disappeared. Pika? Said Pikachu. They're going to get out of the secret base, but the door was locked. Then something happened. Pikachu evolved into Raichu. Raichu used Thunderbolt. And the door fell. All 6 Pokemon ran out of the secret base. Raichu and the other Pokemon went to the battlefield. There was a strange looking machine. Right? Said Raichu. There was a lot of buttons on the machine. Raichu and the other Pokemon wanted to turn off the machine. Turn off the machine, but they didn't know how to. Right, said Raichu. They went to the machine. There was not just a lot of buttons, but there was also a password. Then Raichu thought of something. Gengar could go inside the machine and break the wires before someone powers it up. Right, said Raichu. Grrr, said Gengar. Gengar went inside and cut. Where did he cut? The wires. Then Gengar went outside. Grrr, said Gengar. All the 6 Pokemon were going to run, but first they had to blow up the machine. Right, said Raichu. Grrr, said Gengar. Grrr. Okay, no. Grrr, said Charizard. Pew, said Lunala. Mew, said Ancient Mew. Mew, said Mew. Then the machine broke. Yes, thought Raichu. Then they ran out of the battlefield. Right, said Raichu with excitement. Then Lunala, Mew, and Ancient Mew walked away. That was the end of the first chapter. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful literature. Let's move on to chapter 7, Evosoda. Then everything reappeared. Raichu, Gengar, and Charizard went home. Raichu wanted to get a bed, but he didn't. Oh, he did. When the 3 Pokemon got home, Raichu noticed that on their front door there were 2 Evosodas. Raichu picked up one Evosoda. He thought, should I drink this or should I tell Gengar and Charizard to see this? Finally, Raichu put down the Evosoda, went to the house, okay, I can't remember handwriting, okay, and told Gengar and Charizard about the Evosoda. They all went outside. The Evosoda was still there. Yeah, I'd hope it was, oh my gosh. Raichu drank the Evosoda in the house. Then the house was filled with light. Everything was white for a minute. After that, something big happened. Raichu evolved into Raichu Break. Raichu looked the same, but gold all over. Right, said Raichu Break. Boom! Right, said Raichu Break. Jumping. Grrr, said Gengar. With jumping. Char! Charizard jumping. Okay. That was chapter 7, Evosoda. A bit confusing. I don't know why they were so surprised that Evosoda was there, or like so glad. Like why would it be gone? Anyways, let's move on to chapter 8. Wait, what? Thought I was so clever coming up with that. Probably. Okay. They all went outside. Blastoise and Venusaur were having a battle against a Pokemon trainer. Thought Gengar. Wait. What? Oh! I said the thing! I said the title of the chapter! Okay. Thought Raichu Break. I forgot about that. Raichu Break also thought of joining the fight, but he didn't. Right? Said Raichu Break. Raichu Break, with his head, he said no. And when he said right, he said don't join the fight. Toys! Said Blastoise. Right! Said Raichu Break, running towards the Blastoise. And guess what? Blastoise fainted. Now this should be enough to calf that Blastoise, said the Pokemon trainer. It didn't take long for Raichu Break to realize that Pokemon trainers had 2 Pokemon and Master Balls each. Then Raichu Break thought of using a Grand Bolt. I forgot, what is a Grand Ball? Is that actually a move? I don't know. But he didn't know. He didn't know it. He should or shouldn't. If he should or shouldn't. Okay. And without thinking, if he shouldn't use Grand Bolt, or if he should and he did, if he should and he did it, the Pokemon trainers ran away. Right, said Raichu Break. Then Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard noticed a ring. Right, said Raichu Break. Then something came out of the ring. Yikes! Raichu Break. That was chapter 8. Wait, what? Another banger. Man, I was a master of words back in the day. I don't think I'm that good anymore. You know, I'm not good at saying stuff anymore. But wow, okay. Let's move on to chapter 9. Chapter 9, Battling Hoopa. Oh, I probably just watched the Hoopa movie. I loved that movie as a kid. Okay, let's see. Raichu Break really wanted to run, but he didn't. And thought Raichu Break. Then that something finally got out of the ring. Raichu Break had no idea what it was. Then Raichu Break saw a Pokedex. Oh, Pokedex, okay. He thought it belonged to the Pokemon trainers, but he took it anyway. He's a thief, damn. He thought the thing in the ring was a Pokemon. So he Pokedexed it. he Pokedexed it, guys. And it was a Pokemon. Its name was Hoopa. Right, said Raichu Break. They all ran away from Hoopa. Right, whined Raichu Break. Hoopa was following them. Raichu Break didn't know what to do, so he headed off to the secret base with Gengar and Charizard following him. All 3 of their Pokemon got to the secret base before Hoopa could attack them. Raichu Break locked the door so Hoopa couldn't get in. Smart, lock the door so the Pokemon can get in. Right! Shied Raichu Break. Gengar and Charizard were seeing how strong Hoopa was on their computer. Grrr, said Gengar, so Hoopa is too strong, thought Raichu Break. Raichu Break got his computer and searched, what region does Hoopa live in? The computer said, no clue. Raichu Break went out of the secret base to check if Hoopa was still there, and he was. Hoopa spotted Raichu Break. Raichu Break slipped and the door closed. Raichu Break gulped. The door is locked. I can't get in the secret base, thought Raichu Break. Right, said Raichu Break. Then Gengar swung the door open to let Raichu Break in. Right, said Raichu Break. Then Hoopa broke the door. Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard gulped. And Hoopa blew everything up. Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard all ran before Hoopa could see them. They all headed toward the battlefield. That's when Raichu Break saw Lunala, Mew, and Akian Mew building something. They're back. Okay, I like that. Raichu Break told Gengar to be in his ghost mode to see what Lunala Mew and Akiet Mew were up to. Gengar saw that Lunala Mew and Akiet Mew were building a bottle. Gengar told Raichu Break and Charizard what Lunala Mew and Akiet Mew were building. That's when Lunala Mew and Akiet Mew spotted Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard. Do I have to write the names of all of these every time? Can't I just say they or something? Then Lunala told them what the bottle does. The name of the bottle was Prison Bottle and captures Hoopa. They all went outside to look for Hoopa so they could have a nice life. 2 minutes later, they found Hoopa in the forest. Hoopa attacked Lunala and then the prison bottle fell. Mew picked it up and said, "Mew, mew, mew," and Hoopa got sucked. Hoopa got sucked into the prison bottle. Rise! Said Raichu Break happily. That was chapter 9, Battling Hoopa. I liked when Raichu Break Pokédex Hoopa. And I liked the prison bottle. Let's move on to chapter 10. Don't touch the prison bottle. Then Mew let go of the prison bottle. Raichu Break wondered why Mew did that. Right? Said Raichu Break. Then Mew told him that the prison bottle contains very strong power. Mew kept looking at the prison bottle while Raichu Break tried to heal Lunala with a bunch of super potions. Then Akiet Mew tripped and touched the prison bottle. Akiet Mew opened the prison bottle and Hoopa came out. Right! Said Raichu Break. They all ran back to the Pokemon. The Pokemon Sixth? Hoopa was following them. Mew! Said Mew. Akiet Mew wasn't there. What the heck? Okay. Right! Said Raichu Break. Then he realized he was only with one Pokemon, Gengar. Raichu Break wanted to find the prison bottle, but really fast before Hoopa could get them. That was chapter 10, Don't Touch the Prison Bottle. It was pretty short, and they did touch the prison bottle, but I think next chapter will be better. Alright, chapter 10, or chapter 11, 1 million problems. Raichu Break and Gengar didn't know where the prison bottle was, so they just walked around, having no idea where they were. Then a ring popped up, and Hoopa was coming out of it. Right! Said Raichu Break. Raichu Break and Gengar ran away from Hoopa. That's when Gengar found the prison bottle. Gengar picked it up and said, "Gar, gar, gar!" And Hoopa got sucked in the prison bottle. Right! Said Raichu Break. Now all they had to do is find Lunala, Mew, Akiet Mew, and Charizard. Raichu Break and Gengar looked around for ages. They finally found Lunala and Charizard. Right! Said Raichu Break with excitement. Grr! Said Gengar with excitement. Then Mew and Akiet Mew showed up. Wait. Mew was already there. Mew, what? Oh my gosh, can't believe 6-year-old me didn't understand plot consistency. Why? Said Raichu Break with excitement. Grr! Said Gengar with excitement. Why did I? Okay. Now we have to find our way back to the Pokemon City, thought Raichu Break. It took ages to get to Pokemon City. Weren't there in a forest 2 minutes to? Okay, you know what? Sure. There was orange Pokemon at the entrance. Okay, that was chapter 11, 1 million problems. I mean, what can I say? I cooked again. Alright, chapter 12, Sun vs. Moon? Is that a FNAF reference?
Hi, I'm Freddy Fazbear.
Raichu Break Pokédexed the orange thing to see if it was a Pokemon. Okay, so is Pokédexing just an important part of the book lore? Is that what's going on? Okay, is there going to need to be a game theory about this?
We'll get around to me being impregnated by a video game.
It was a Pokemon. Its name was Sogolio, and it's a Pachiki. It's a Pachiki, what? I think I'm gonna put fire in steel type. I'm pretty sure that's what Sogoleo is. Okay, I looked it up. He's psychic and steel. I guess I knew more about Pokemon typings back then than I do now. And I guess this Physicky is meant to say psychic. Alright, anyways, it is also known as the sun Pokemon, said the Pokedex. Weird. Tohot, Raichu break. Lunala is the moon Pokemon, and Soglio is the sun Pokemon. Suglio spotted Lunala. They used their attacks on each other. Raichu break wondered why Lunala and Soglio were fighting each other. Kabam! Lunala got kicked by Soglio and landed on the Great Wall. The Great Wall? What? Lunala didn't stop fighting Soglio. I'm spelling it Tuka. Even though Soglio kicked Lunala in the wings several times. Rai, said Raichu break. They all hid behind Raichu break. Gengar and Charizard's house, while Lunala and Soglio continued their battle. Finally, Lunala beat Soglio. That was chapter 12, Sun vs. Moon. He's making FNAF reference. He's even at 6. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Alright, well, I feel like the chapters are getting shorter. I guess I got lazy, which happens a lot. But, let's just see what happens in chapter 13, Weakness, Police, Madness. Raichu break ran over to Lunala while the others didn't move. Then they all went in Raichu break, Gengar, and Charizard's house. Raichu break checked the mail and there was a letter on the front. It said, Weakness, Police. Did they ever, defeat Soglio? I don't think they did. It had a red circle in the middle. Raichu break went inside and told Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Aciant Mew about the Weakness Police. They decided who gets the Weakness Police, so they don't have to get a weakness. Okay, by this, I'm pretty sure I meant weakness policy. I think that was a thing in the card games. So that's what I meant, I think. Anyways, Gengar decided to do a race. Raichu break liked that idea, so they all went outside to do a race. Gengar won the race, so he gets to keep the weakness policy. The next day came another weakness policy. All 6 Pokemon did another race, and Raichu break won. He kept the weakness policy in a safe place. For 4 more days, weakness policies arrived from the mail. Raichu break was happy until everything became dark. That's chapter 13, weakness policy. My biggest question right now is, where's the plot, you know? I'm 13 chapters in this book, and nothing has happened plot-wise, just a bunch of random events. I know at some point I introduce a main villain, a main baddie that tries to kill the gang, but I'm not sure when I do that, and I hope it's soon, because this book feels like an episodic TV show, and that is not what you want a book to feel like, unless it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid or something, I don't know. Okay, anyways, chapter 14, Yvealtal Attacks Part 1. All 6 Pokemon went outside. They saw black and red Pokemon with blue eyes. That's weirdly descriptive. Raichu break Pokédex, of course he did, the Pokemon. Its name was Yvealtal. Everyone who gets that reference, you guys are so cool. And known as a destruction Pokemon, said the Pokédex. Destruction Pokemon, taught Raichu break. Yvealtal looked like a huge bird with 3 wings. Then Yvealtal shot something at Charizard. Charizard got turned into stone. Then the Pokedex said something. Only Xerneas, the life Pokemon, could unfreeze all the people in Pokemon from being stone because of Yvealtal. All people, there's just one guy, one Pokemon. Raichu break, Gengar, Lunala, Mew, and Aciant Mew all ran away from Yvealtal. They ran past the forest, not willing to stop. They saw Venusaur, oh he's back, having no idea where he was. Yvealtal, however, had caught up Raichu break, Gengar, Lunala, Mew, and Aciant Mew. Then Yvealtal shot a beam at Mew and Aciant Mew. Then Mew and Aciant Mew froze! Oh crap, okay. That was chapter 14, Yvealtal Attacks, part 1. That was intense, man. Yvealtal, he turned Charizard, Mew and Aciant Mew and Stone. Right, we gotta see how this progresses. Chapter 15, Yvealtal Attacks, part 2. Raichu break was horrified. He was screaming like Dako when he saw Huggy Wuggy. Charizard, Mew, and Aciant Mew are already frozen. Raichu break told Lunala and Gengar to attack Yvealtal. So Lunala used Mood Hixt Beam and Gengar used Hex. Yvealtal dodged both attacks. He dogged both attacks. That's when it hit Raichu break. Ghost type moves have no effect on dark type Pokemon. Looks like I have to do it myself, thought Raichu Break. So he used Grand Bolt. That's not a move, by the way. I looked it up. That's not a move. And one hit KO Yvealtal. But then Yvealtal opened his eyes. Once again, Raichu Break used Grand Bolt and Yvealtal fainted. Yet again, Yvealtal was still alive. It's no use, thought Raichu Break. Raichu Break used Grand Bolt again, and Yvealtal fainted again. Yvealtal didn't move. Yes, thought Raichu Break. I killed the guy. So Yvealtal is dead, I think. He fainted. Raichu used a fake move. So let's see what happens next in chapter 16. Offending Xerneas. Pretty just meant to say finding Xerneas. Okay. Yvealtal just stayed still. Raichu Break just remembered that in order to unfreeze Charizard and Lunala, they, Raichu Break, Gengar, and Lunala have to find Xerneas. Maybe Xerneas is in the forest, thought Raichu Break. So Raichu Break, Lunala, and Gengar went in the forest searching for Xerneas. Raichu Break was looking behind the trees, but still no luck. Then Raichu Break found a strange looking tree. Raichu Break heard the Pokédex say, Xerneas can turn into a tree that looks like this. Raichu Break got a closer look at the tree in the Pokédex. Then he realized it was the same tree they're looking at. Xerneas! Thought Raichu Break. Then the tree was changing shape, and before Raichu Break's eyes, Xerneas stood there. Raichu Break told Xerneas to unfreeze Charizard and Mew. Xerneas nodded and unfroze Charizard, Mew. Then there was a rumbling on the trees. Okay, wow. Chapter 16, Offending Xerneas. I gotta be honest, not the best chapter, you know. Nothing really too funny in it, you know. I feel like I wasn't in my peak with this one, but maybe that'll change in chapter 17, XYZ Attacks. The rumbling stopped. The two Pokemon came out. One was Yvealtal, he's back, and the other one, well, Raichu Break had no idea what it was, so he Pokédexed it. Of course he did, of course he Pokédexed it. Its name is Zygarde, and also known as the Order Pokemon. Yvealtal, Zygarde, and Xerneas were now battling each other. Is Zygarde like? I don't think he's like part of that fight. I don't remember that. Okay, whatever. Xerneas was battling Yvealtal, which made sense to Raichu Break. Yvealtal was battling Xerneas and Zygarde is battling Yvealtal. BAM! Yvealtal hit a tree. Raichu Break, Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Mew all ran away from Yvealtal, Xerneas, and Zygarde. When Raichu Break thought that they were far away from the battle, they looked at the Pokédex. The Pokédex said, X ran away, Y is still battling with Z. What's XYZ? Thought Raichu Break. Raichu Break typed in the Pokédex, what is XYZ? The Pokédex said, X stands for Xerneas, Y for Yvealtal, and Z for Zygarde. Raichu Break thought, let's go back to Pokemon City! Right! Said Raichu Break. They all went to Pokemon City and went to Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard's house. That was a chapter. Was it a good one? I'd say it was better than the last. Maybe I will finally get back to being peak in chapter 18, Time Traveling. Raichu Break spotted a machine, and it read Time Machine. The other Pokemon saw a time machine. Gar? Said Gengar. Right! Said Raichu Break. I haven't given a Charizard a speaking role in so long. Why did I hate him so much? I went in Time Machine. Would you go to the past or future? Asked the Time Machine. Raichu Break pressed future. Then a keyboard showed up, and the Time Machine said, how many days, minutes, years, centuries, or months would you like to go back towards? Or would like to go forward? Okay, whatever. Raichu Break tapped. Go back, pressed past, and tapped centuries. How many? Asked the Time Machine. Raichu Break pressed 10. Wait, so they're going back in time? Okay, whatever. Bye, and have a good day. I will be waiting for you in the place you time travel. That's ominous. Okay. Said the Time Machine. Then, in a flash, like Ezra Miller movie, they went to 10 centuries back. Then the Time Machine door opened. There was a man with some Pokemon, and everything was black and white. Oh, the past was black and white. The man said, now that I predicted the future and Pokemon are building something called Pokemon City, I am ready to kill Raichu, Break, Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, Aki, and Mew. That's when it hit Raichu Break. The man had the same Sogleo, Yvealtal, other Pokemon, which Raichu Break had no idea what they were, and Hoopa, and Killer, which is me. We will find the heart of Pokemon City and destroy Pokemon City, said the man. Right, said Raichu Break. Then Time Machine went back to the present. Home at last, thought Raichu Break. They were all in trouble. So that was chapter 18, Time Traveling. And I gotta be honest, I'm impressed with 6-year-old me. Like, not only did I introduce Killer, the main villain, but I also found a way to connect him to all the other evil Pokemon. I did not remember I did that. And you know what? Alright, well, let's move on to chapter 19. Oh, brother! Raichu Break went outside alone. As soon as he stepped outside, out of the door, he realized that everything disappeared. Oh, not this again. The other Pokemon came. They saw that everything disappeared too. Then, out of nowhere, a house that said, "This is where the heart of Pokemon City lies," appeared. Raichu Break and the others walked in. All the Pokemon in Pokemon City were there. All of them? It can't be a really big city if they're in the house. There was lava and parkour 10 feet higher than the lava. It's not a lot of feet. Then the door closed behind them. They had to do the lava parkour. They just had to. Raichu Break did the parkour first. Then all the Pokemon did the parkour. Then there was a 900 feet tall drop. Raichu Break and the others jumped, and luckily there was water at the end of the drop. There was there was no doors, just walls of bars. Oh, brother, thought Raichu Break. Alright, well, that was chapter 19. Oh, brother. A little confused. You know, the house just appeared there. There was a bunch of lava, and like 10 feet was enough to get away from it. And they survived. Every single person survived the 900-foot drop, and now they're in jail. And then they said the chapter title. Alright, you know what? Let's move on to chapter 20, the secret door. Okay, it took long for the Pokemon to tackle the iron bars, but when Raichu Break hit a wall, a door popped out in the same exact spot. Raichu Break and the other Pokemon opened the door and went to the next room. And guess what they found? Nothing but the heart of Pokemon City. Then out of nowhere, they all got launched out of the house. They were back at Pokemon City. Every house was back. I think I'm going home, thought Raichu Break. So Raichu Break went home. Hopefully Killer doesn't steal the heart of Pokemon City, he thought. Raichu Break turned on the TV and tried hard to not think of what happened. So that was chapter 20, the secret door. Honestly, pretty mid. Not much happened, and it was short, you know, which I guess makes sense. I am used to short things, but, you know, like, come on, man. Write more. Chapter 21, Raichu Break Falls. Raichu Break was still watching TV at 2 in the morning. He didn't want to sleep with his fellow Pokemon. Then out of nowhere, a hole appeared. Okay. Raichu Break rushed to tell Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Aki Mew. But the hole moved and Raichu Break fell down the hole. When Raichu Break landed, he noticed something. It was a trap. There were Pokeballs labeled Solgaleo, Hoopa, Yvealtal, and Darkrai, and Persian. A bunch of legendary Pokemon, then there's just Persian. Could it possibly be Killer's trap? Raichu Break didn't know, but all he wanted to do was get out of the trap. Then he saw it. He saw him, Killer. Uh-oh, thought Raichu Break. Surely, after a moment, he would be dead. He would die right here in the middle of a cage. But when Killer opened the cage door, Raichu Break had a plan. Killer had a rope, which means he could use Granball to shock Killer and grab the rope and get out of there. How convenient! He did everything he just thought of doing and finally did the rope plan. When he finally got home, he woke up Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Aki Mew and told them what had happened. When he was done, they all knew what to do. They needed to train like two tutorials. They needed to train and go back to the place they found the heart of Pokemon City. It had to be done. That was chapter 21, Raichu Break Falls. I'm gonna be honest, I think this book is starting to enter whatever the book version of Seasonal Raw is, you know. hasn't really been that funny as of late, you know. But I don't know, maybe that can change with Chapter 22, the Pokemon War. Okay. 2 days later, Raichu Break went in the forest along with Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Aki Mew. Then they saw something move. Raichu Break told the others to stop. Remember, thought Raichu Break, this forest is out of balance. What does that mean? Then he saw it. It was Killer, which was standing right in front of them with what looked to be his servants. They all shot a dirty look at that. And threw their Pokemon. This is the war! Not Raichu Break. Raichu Break and the Pokemon used their attacks on Killer's Pokemon. When Killer and his team were distracted, Raichu Break and the others made a run for it. They ran so fast that Raichu Break tripped. Killer and his team had caught up. Raichu Break was trapped. He was dead. But then, out of nowhere, Gengar turned up and used Shadow Ball. Raichu Break ran for his life with Gengar. They soon got out of the forest. Lunala, Charizard, Mew, and Aki and Mew were already there. They went back in Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard's house. They all went quiet for a while. That was Chapter 22. The Pokemon War, I think, kind of got out of its seasonal rut with lines like lines like they all shot a dirty look at them. But I don't know. Let's see if it keeps going. In Chapter 23, the building of potions. Raichu Break alone went to a potion building. He had to test and make potions. When he reached the building, he went inside, took the elevator, and went to floor 52. Normal potion making. Raichu Break was 10 steps away. Why do I keep using 10 for everything? From becoming an expert. Okay. Raichu Break saw his Pokemon teacher Brooke. Okay. I read that differently. Okay. He saw his Pokemon teacher Paris. He made and prank a max potion, and drank a max potion. Raichu Break drank 10 and made more potions. When he got out of the potions building, he saw something he never saw before. It was a house that was built out of stone. Raichu Break ran past it and went to his house to go and make a TM room, which gave Pokemon new attacks. When he was done, he went up to his room and went in his room and in his sleep Pokeball, which is basically his bed for now, and got in. Power 23, building of potions. That one sucked. When's the action gonna, when's Killer gonna come back? When's Charizard gonna get to speak again? There was another thing that came to my mind while reading. Oh yeah, when's the secret base gonna come back? They've just been in their house. Their stupid house. Everyone has a house, but just secret base. Alright, you know what? Whatever, let's just see what happens in Chapter 24, PokeNews, new beds. Okay, it's like villager news. Days later, Gengar used Psychic to get new beds. He got 6 beds, one for Lunala, one for Raichu Break, one for himself, Gengar, and one for Charizard, and one for Mew, and one for... Okay, we get it. I get it, me. He got one for... I said it right there. When Raichu Break opened the mailbox to see what he had for mail, he saw a shiny silver paper. It was titled PokeNews, the newest newspaper on Earth. Okay, Raichu Break took the paper and read it. It said, everyone, Pokemon City is being attacked! This is a code red on the whole city. Everyone, make sure your house is safe. Only sleep if you really need to. Now stay at home unless it's an emergency to get out. If something happens, call us, and our phone number is 510-1520. I don't think it's a real phone number. I think I can say that. And we will be writing more PokeNews during this whole code red and after. When Raichu Break was done reading PokeNews, he went inside, went to his room, which he sleeps in, and another one with everybody else. Put it in his cabinet. Then Raichu Break went to secret base. Secret base! Oh, they're in. I just said it. See, when I call it, it happens. Where the others were. That was Chapter 24, PokeNews, new beds. I mean, again, I think it's entered seasonal rot again, Like, nothing has made me laugh that much recently. Like, Secret Base, that made me excited. But, just because it was nostalgia for the old chapters, the old seasons, if you will. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's just see if Chapter 25, the meeting, changes this. Raichu Break ran to the downstairs of the secret base and sat down in a chair like the others. Raichu Break was the boss of the meeting. The downstairs was all cleaned up, unlike the upstairs. Wow, they specify. There was a giant TV, which is sometimes useful, sometimes it just needs to watch Family Guy. Raichu Break turned on the TV. It could record you with an
put in a cage. I read about a
camera when you wanted to. Raichu Break recorded when he was reading the PokeNews. Why did he need to record this? Gengar was the most impressed when the video was done. Whoa! Technology, guys! It's crazy! Raichu Break kept putting on videos of how to kill a killer. They also practiced for hours. The meeting was done of a Pokemon battle against everyone to practice. Raichu Break just realized what he had to do. That was chapter 25, the meeting. Pretty good. I mean, it's fine, you know, solid. 8 out of 10. Let's see if chapter 26, the break-in, is any better. Alright. Raichu Break didn't move and started to predict the future. Raichu Break predicted something. 14 years later, where there was a fire, and then in a building there was a smash through the window. Raichu Break stopped predicting the future. He went outside to get mail. There was two things in there, the PokeNews and a paper. Raichu Break got the paper and read it, and it said, "You are going to a fun place for 14 more years." What? Pokeschool? What? You will start going there tomorrow. Saturdays, Sundays are free. Raichu Break was horrified. Pokeschool? Now? When Killer is around? Raichu Break went inside and put the papers on the kids end table? I don't know what that is. I was chapter 26, the break-in. Why are they going to Pokeschool? I thought these guys were like full adults. They like own a house. They go where they want. They purchase bets. Whatever. You know what? I know what's gonna happen in Pokeschool because I know me. So let's just see. I think it's gonna get good from here. Okay. Let's just say that. I think it's gonna get a bit good. Chapter 27, Pokeschool. You know, it's getting crazy now. Raichu Break was walking to Pokeschool with Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Akimmew. When they reached Pokeschool, there was a sign that said, "The funnest place on earth." Okay, buddy. Like Disney? Yeah, right. We're really gonna die. Right, thought Raichu Break. They entered Pokeschool. There were like 1,000 Pokemon. Alright, said a Moltres. There's multiple? Why are there multiple legendary Pokemon? Moltres, which was one of their teachers. Raichu Break could just tell Moltres was their teacher, but Raichu Break was only surprised that Moltres could talk. You can talk in this school, but when you're... Okay, wait, is Moltres talking right now? I don't know. You can talk in this school, but when you're out of this school, you can't talk. Now let's sort you out. The houses you can be put in. Oh, yes. Okay. So, right. Okay. So, let me give you the backstory, right? So, when I was a young little lad, right, I read Harry Potter for the first time, right? And, you know, being a, 6-year-old, I loved it. I still do. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I just stripped off Harry Potter pretty much. So, let's see what happens. All right. The houses you can be put in are Jigglypuff, Pikafine, Yvealtal, and Charizard, said Moltres. Now Raichu Break and his buddies. Finally, I didn't say all the names. You are in Pikafine. Oh, he's still talking, right? I'm gonna do Moltres' voice. One second. I'm gonna do Moltres' voice. All right. No, Raichu Break and his buddies. You are in Pikafine. Oh, and the password is Pika. whispered Moltres. When they were close to the Pikafine... I can't. Okay. When they were close to the Pikafine common room, Raichu Break said, "What if it more fun if I were a Pikachu? I bet you..." Okay. "I bet you'll regret that," said Gengar. "Pika!" said Raichu Break, and they went inside the common room and went to bed. The next morning, Raichu Break checked what they needed to do. Potions, said Raichu Break. "Really, I had enough of potions. The lucky part is battling your opponent." Oh, that's Mew. I need to add. I know at some point I add like quotation marks, so I know who's talking. But you know what? Whatever. All right. The lucky part. Okay. My view voice and Raichu voice are like the same. All right. Nice subject to battle killer. Are they still talking? Nice subject to battle killer. The bad news is we have flying practice. Flying. Half these guys, all these guys except Raichu get flying practice. Okay, let's see what else Mew has to say. Flyball? No. And muttered Gengar. That was Gengar? Okay. Why not a Flyball 1000? Oh, like the fireball. Okay. Hey guys, called Raichu Break. Wanna be late for breakfast? Oh! Gengar, Charizard, Lunala, Mew, and Aki Mew screamed. That was a combination of all the voices. Hope you like my beautiful work. They all scurried off. Some good dialogue, damn. Okay, to breakfast. There were 4 tables for each house. They sat down at the Pika Fun table. Food just appeared at their plates. They ate their food quickly and went to potions. The potions room was downstairs in a dark black room. Whoa, it's totally not like in Harry Potter. There were only a few lights. Their teacher was Incineroar. Whoa, this guy is gonna go mad in a few seconds. This guy's gonna go mad in a few seconds, muttered Raichu Break. They had to do potions that are not just for Pokemon. This used to be like a Swishes potion, said Raichu Break in Gengar. Don't know, but don't know. If only we gotta make an invisibility potion, said Gengar. That would be good against Killer. Oh, Charizard! That was Charizard. I'm so used to that. That would be good against Killer, said Charizard. When their potion lesson was done, they went to the common room for the 5-minute break. Well, said Raichu Break. At least we finished that. So that was chapter 27, Pokeschool. And I really liked it. Okay, so let's move on to chapter 28, Battling Your Opponent Class. Raichu Break and the others went to Battling Your Opponent Class. They sat down at a seat, looking at their teacher, Zapdos. Zapdos told them to choose your partner to battle with, or he will choose one himself. Raichu Break and Gengar chose to battle each other. Why do I always leave Charizard out of everything? I liked Charizard as a kid. Why did I leave him out of everything? Alright, you know what? Alright, let's ignore that and continue reading. Raichu Break just used Grand Bolt. It is a real move, actually, by the way. I looked it up again while I was getting an image. I've been editing this video in the middle of reading it, and when I was getting an image of the Raichu Break card, it's actually a move. Raichu Break used Grand Bolt, and Gengar used Shadow Sneak and Shadow Ball. Zapdos told them that they were done. Not a bad lesson, said Raichu Break. Yep, said Gengar. Well, said Raichu Break, let's go to flying practice class. This is the worst day ever, said Gengar. Who say, alright. Okay, this is Charizard, alright. Why do Pokemon need to fly? Not my problem, said Charizard. Probably it's the creator of Flyball, its fault. What? They finally reached a corridor leading to flying practice. Alright. Well, at least this lesson is outside, said Raichu Break. Gengar, please don't go bonkers. We'll see about that, said Gengar. Alright, that was chapter 28, Battling Your Opponent Class. I didn't realize this, but I actually added quotation marks. I think that's the first time I've done that. So now we know when people are talking. I've been reading ahead a bit, so I know who's going to talk. So if you see me pause randomly, that's why. But I just cut it out, those parts out of the video. But anyway, let's move on. Chapter 29, The Unexpected Explosion. They opened the doors to go to flying practice class and mounted their flyballs. Now, Charizard, your flyball is enormous, said Raichu Break. Yup, said Charizard. Lunala's flyball is enormous too, Raichu Break said. Raichu Break got hit as soon as he flew a foot off the ground. What? Raichu Break saw that he was a Persian? What your freaking... Alright, I blurred some stuff here, because when I was a kid, you know, I wrote stuff here like really bad words like frickin' and heck, but I wanted, I think, PG, family friendly, so I removed them. But you know what, I'll say those words here, okay? I'll take the risk to get demonetized and say frick, okay? Anyway, alright, watch your freaking ball or I'll punch your face. The fly ball, said Persian. murmured Raichu Break to himself. Then an explosion happened. What the frick? Said Raichu Break. Oh, sorry. What the frick? Said Raichu Break. Looks like it's coming from a material shack, said Gengar. Said Ancient. I said Ancient Mew. How are we gonna get out of this school without getting caught? Why are they worried about getting caught? What did they do? Good question, said Raichu Break. I have no idea. How about we fly on our flyballs? Suggested Lunala. Or ride on the back of you. Or ride on the back of you? What? What? Huh? Alright, let me finish that. Or ride on the back of you and Charizard. Okay, that's not better. What? Suggested Gengar. They ended up riding on the back of Charizard and Lunala. Okay. The material shack ain't looking so good, said Raichu Break. It exploded. What do you mean? They entered the broken down material shack. Broken down? Oh my gosh. Wow. Hey, we can still talk, said Raichu Break. Did I said it earlier, though. Yeah, Mo just told me that we could all talk forever, said Gengar. Can you hear? Now, said Raichu Break. Watch out for the fire, by the way. There are freaking holes everywhere, said Gengar. What? Well, there's a big hole in front of. Well, there's a big hole in front of us, said Raichu Break. Hey, a bit of wood will help us get across. They got past the big hole and entered a place where you have to pay. What? Don't remember how much money Charmeleon when we built the battlefield. What? Then someone jumped out of nowhere. Uh-oh, said Raichu Break. It's killer. Alright, that was chapter 29, the unexpected explosion. Really weird chapter. I don't like. Okay, you know what? Let's just ignore the writing part and move on to chapter 30, Killer's plan. Just how much of a conversation did you hear? Raichu Break asked Killer. Everything, said Killer. Why are you here anyway? Asked Mew. Just then, a Solgaleo jumped from a corner. I know what to do, said Raichu Break. And that means run, so let's get out of this place. Well, doesn't that mean dealing with Killer? Said Lunala. Yup, said Raichu Break. Raichu Break used Granball. Forget Killer and run, said Raichu Break. They found a way past Killer and out of the material shack. Said Raichu Break. Killer's following us. I'm here, said Killer, to build a machine to kill you all. And I will need the heart of Pokemon City to kill all of you and destroy the heart of Pokemon City. Wait. So he needs the heart of Pokemon City to kill Raichu Break and his little buddies. And then he's gonna destroy the heart of Pokemon. Okay, wow. Ow, and you cannot stop me. Bye-bye. And in a flash, Killer ran away. Well, said Raichu Break, I have to go back to Pokeschool before anyone realizes we are here. They ran back to Pokeschool and went to bed. That was chapter 30, Killer's plan. I gotta say, Killer is, like, more despicable than Gru at this point. Like, he is getting crazy. He's gonna kill Raichu Break and gang. He's gonna destroy the heart of Pokemon City. That's horrible. We gotta see how this progresses in chapter 31, The Secret. I think that's probably a Gumball episode. I don't know. Alright, anyways. Hey, said Raichu Break. We have new classes. Bet yourself class, not bad. Anyways, let's go to breakfast. Who is saying that? Oh, wait. We could check our classes later. They ate breakfast and went back to the common room and sat down close to the fire. Hey, said Raichu Break. It's a Saturday. Let's go home. They ran through the long corridors and got a proper look at Pokeschool. Pokeschool was a diamond and gold fortress. Did they really need to get a closer look to notice that their school was made of gold and diamonds and it was a fortress? Wow. They then headed home. Hey, said Raichu Break, there's something on our doorstep. Raichu Break read what it said. This is a secret. Only tell this to people you trust. The heart of Pokemon City is now at Pokeschool. Only tell this to people you trust. Raichu Break almost fainted. That was chapter 31, The Secret. Pretty short chapter. Not that good, honestly. Could have been better. Let's see if chapter 32, The Rollercoaster of Doom, gets any better. Alright. Raichu Break paid 6 ticket. Wait. So he almost fainted, and then suddenly he's just paying tickets to go to a theme park. Alright, whatever. Raichu Break paid 6 tickets to go to a theme park. Let's go to the roller coaster first, said Gengar. Now I'm writing in pen. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna throw up in the middle of it, said Raichu Break. But there is a new roller coaster called the Rollercoaster of Doom, which I would be happy to throw up on that. What you just said, Gengar said, doesn't make any sense. Thank you. I know, said Raichu Break. That was the whole meaning of my sentence. No, let's go to the theme park. When they got to the theme park, they went up to the roller coaster of doom. Said Raichu Break, why is there no seatbelts? Because, said a guy, why would there be seatbelts in a trap? What? What kind of guy do you think you are? What kind of guy do you think you are? Said Raichu Break. I am killer, said the guy. So Frick. Oh no, Frick, said Raichu Break. That was chapter 32. The roller coaster of doom. Pretty good. I had fun with it. Let's see if chapter 33 is a trap continues this awesome momentum. Say bye-bye to the me park and say hello to my base, said Killer. When was it ever called the me park? I never said the name of the thing. Killer pushed a lever and the roller coaster started. Ah! Screams Raichu Break. Gengar charges the little moon at Mew. Hey Gengar, do you have a cup? Screamed Raichu Break. Yeah, why? Said Gengar. Cause I'm about to throw up, screamed Raichu Break. Why does Gengar just carry around a cup with him? He doesn't have pockets. And I'm gonna make a device right now to make out the phrase, oh, Gengar, give me the cup. I got it in my hands, screamed Gengar. Thanks, screamed Raichu Break. I'm gonna, said Charizard. Chapter 32 and 2/4. The intermission. We proudly interrupt the part when Raichu Break throws up by doing nothing, or by breaking your TV while ripping this book. Wait, no, don't do that. Anything I just said. Oh, time is up with me, so go back to doing nothing, cause that is fun, or go back on being dumb. That was chapter 33 and chapter 33 and a half. It's a trap and the instances confusing. Let's see if chapter 34, continuing It's a Trap, is any better. I was about to say, screamed Raichu Break, I am going to make this freeze device. You can only freeze everything one time, and then we need to recharge it. Raichu Break put it to choose when to unfreeze mode. All of a sudden, the world froze. Great, said Raichu Break, coughing his breath. 10 seconds to unfreeze, said the freezing machine. What? Said Raichu Break. I thought I set it to unfreeze when you won mode. It must be hacked or something. All of a sudden, everything was unfrozen. Run, screamed Raichu Break, and jump. And so they jumped and ran to their house. Glad I spent a whole page just to put the word house. That was chapter 34. Continuing to trap. Confused. But you know what? Let's move on to chapter 35, Bat's Pokeschool. We're almost done with this book. It's been 2 days since the Rollercoaster of Doom Trap, and Raichu Break wasn't ready to go to Pokeschool. It is the dumbest place on earth, said Raichu Break. That's like when I call it the funnest place on earth, and that's the dumbest. That was some smart jokes. Agree, said Gengar, but we have to go. The three brothers, Raichu Break, Gengar, and Charizard, they're brothers, what? Wait, what kind of, Okay, so for them to be what? Wait. With their 3 friends, Nala, Mew, and Ancient Mew, headed to Pokeschool. What is for breakfast? Asked Raichu Break. I don't know, said Gengar. Luckily, as Raichu Break is a lightning type, he was lucky they were selling lightning pancakes for $5.99. That's a scam. Don't you hate it when you waste money? Said Raichu Break. Yeah, said Charizard. They went to the Pika Fun sleep room and rested. I just hope that killer didn't crash through the building, said Raichu. Said, what? I never said who said that. Yep, said Mew. He was a pain in the butt. Said that, said a voice from outside. That voice seems familiar, said Raichu Break. And he was right. That was chapter 35. Back to Pokeschool. We're approaching the last chapter. Gotta say, I'm impressed. I went a whole book without ever learning how to spell ancient, which is obviously Anciant. But let's move on to the last chapter, chapter 36. You know what you did, didn't you? Hardcore title. I'm proud of myself. Run, because we're too young to die, said Raichu Break. Daddy's home, said the voice, which I have you know is killer. The three brothers and the three friends ran to the hallway to the exit, but unfortunately it was blocked by Sawgulio, and then they had a choice to be dumb or not be dumb and fight, but they chose to be dumb and went to battling your opponent in class with everyone else in school. How are we going to exit with everyone when there's a dumb Sawgulio in the way? Asked Raichu Break. I didn't do the voice, whatever. I don't know, said Gengar. Surprise, said Killer. Busting through the door. This is birding. I hope this is a dream, said Raichu Break. Yeah, said Gengar. My name ain't Killer, said Killer. It is nothing. And that's where it ends. That's where the story ends. It's over. It's over. Alright, dang, that was the end. So, to quote my favorite show of all time, Hello Neighbor, Welcome to Ravenbrooks, that book was epic dumb. Alright. I was thinking of going back to finish it, but it wouldn't be the same if I unintentionally made it bad, or if I intentionally made it bad instead of what it is now, which is unintentionally bad. You know, I feel like the new stuff that I would have written would have been like the Titanic. A total disaster! Speaking of which, this book was more enjoyable to read than Megamind 2 was to watch, so congratulations to myself, I guess. So, okay, I have very, very vivid memory, right, of me being bored in a museum, and I was, you know, thinking of this beautiful book, right, like, this was back when I was writing it, and how I was going to end it, and pretty much, Raichu Break and Killer were going to have an awesome fight at the top of the building. It would be raining, and they would be fighting for the heart of Pokemon City, which I don't think I ever explained what that was. I never explained what the heart of Pokemon City is, but you know what, it's okay. They'd be fighting for it. Raichu Break would probably use Grand Bolt. Killer would probably say, Daddy Come! And then it would be awesome. Then you go, ooh, bah, bah, you know, awesome fight. Great fight. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I had a tendency to not finish a lot of things. Oh, I think only like 1 or 2 of my books are actually finished. And if you go back and look at my channel, I never finished Potato and Tomato or Stick or Lalibur Squirrel, but I only stopped that one because I want to get better at the whole animation thing so I can make the thing good, because I still do want a huge Lalibur Squirrel. There, boom, I did a Lalibur Squirrel update in my 500 subscriber special. Look at me, checking all the boxes to make references to and stuff. I don't know. I probably rambled a lot in this video. I am not good at talking without a script, which is why I have one of those when I usually make videos. I think I'd be interesting to do one of these for every subscriber milestone I have, you know, like read one of my stories. And if I somehow get enough subscribers that I run out of stories, I'll move on to horrible FNAF Wattpad fanfics or something, I don't know. If you're still listening to this, hi, hello, hope you enjoyed the video. You probably did, because you've watched it for like an hour, and unless you're being forced to watch this by a friend, then that probably means you enjoyed it, so thanks. Yeah, thanks. And also thanks for 500 subscribers. That was very cool and awesome. Got very excited. That made me very excited. Yeah, so that's it, I guess. So now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go finish the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, cause I never did that. So bye, I guess.